Hello, this is Ray from R&R Golf in Quincy, Illinois, and this is brand new golf balls, the 2014 Strixon Marathons. Normally they're $15.99. Now you can buy 2 dozen, 2 for $25 here at R&R.
On behalf of the city of Quincy, to Andres, I want to say thank you for all that you did for me when I was over there. It's very much appreciative.
Yeah. More than welcome.
Yes. And if you want to say a few words?
Yes, a few words. Dear Mr. Mayor, Carl Moore, members of the Quincy City Council, alderwomen and aldermen to the wards, city and county dignitaries and officials, dear citizens of the city of Quincy, dear friends. At first, I'd like to thank you for this opportunity to stand here and speak one more time at a Quincy City Council meeting. This time as my duty and privilege being the current president of the German-American Friendship Society of 1992. At this point, I'd like to commemorate my predecessor, companion, and good friend, Rolf Hahn, who led our society for 2 decades and passed away on January 3rd this year. Thank you, dear old friend. May the Lord grant you eternal peace. The city of Quincy sent you a last farewell, and I want to repeat it from here one more time. I'm delighted again, citizens and students from Hereford County and its cities and communities found the way to the banks of the Mississippi River in order to visit their friends in Quincy. The county of Hereford this time is represented by Klaus Wöhler. He's the spokesperson for the county CEO, and by Wolfgang Kuhlmann, the former now retired foreign relationships official, whom you all may know already. Wolfgang considered it being important to come along even after his retirement. Klaus is his interim successor as well. Sorry, no other dignitaries in sight. Due to the fact we will hold local and county elections in a few days, and they are all busy campaigning. Especially County CEO Christian Manns was very sorry he could not come again. His main reason for that is, in the meantime, he fathered 2 beautiful twin daughters he has to attend to now. I like that excuse very much. Our friendship goes far back, way beyond the date of the founding of our society in 1992, or the basically the incorporation on the document in the hall, in the City Hall of 1991, and now strives to last and reach almost 30 years next year. Why is it so pleasant for us visiting each other? How beneficial is it to us mutually? Well, at least it's not detrimental to see how things are done and lives are lived far away in another country. It gives us each an opportunity to get a healthy distance from our daily problems and lives in order to seek a different point of view and a new perspective. Visiting each other is always a relaxed event, and we bring each other joy and some peace. Politics, opinion, or orientation do not matter. Only hospitality. So let us continue to do so, giving each other a home far away from home and a feeling of belonging. Like with all things in life, one might ask, where did it come from and where does it go to? How long is it going to last? I don't think I have an elaborate answer to that, but I give it a try. Our friendship may be just like the Mississippi River, as T.S. Eliot once described it. He said, the Mississippi is a river without a beginning or an end. In the beginning, it's not quite a river yet. At its ending, it's no longer a river anymore, and nobody can tell where it actually starts dissipating into the sea. So let us enjoy our friendship in our times, right where it presently flows, alongside the nice experiences of the generations before us. That would be up to Keokuk, I guess, and after us, down to Cairo, probably. Having been gathered in the past and maybe gathered in the future. Let us visit each other as long as our hearts say so, and it just feels right to do so, and of course, as long as we can afford to do so. For the present and the near future, I have no worries. Everything continues. The relationship between QND and Widukind Gymnasium Enger is strong, proven by the current exchange delegation. Hello, kids. And I get right. Annette Gitter-Smith has a worthy assistant and likely successor in Henry Keller, as well as her counterpart Fred Bloss with Aaron Law. I found a new vice president in Jana Edmeyer, over there, working for the Hereford County Administration in the procurement department. So, but what the far future brings us, I cannot predict. I'm not a prophet, and please keep in mind we are a non-profit organization. Thanks to Mackie Kosen and Fred Bloss and the members of the Sister City Commission for all they have done for us. Thank you for your attention and for your hospitality, and all the best and prosperity to the citizens of Quincy and Adams County. Thank you, God bless you, and the city of Quincy and our home countries. Thank you.
Curtis.
Thank you very much. Hello and good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and the aldermen of the boards. Please let me take my paper. It's a bit easier for me. There are several points. Which has been taken. As a German comedian sometimes has said, nearly everything is said, but not for me. Well, dear Mr. Mayor, dear Kyle, ladies and gentlemen of the City Council, first of all, I wish to give you warmest greetings from the ladies and gentlemen of our county parliament and the administration of Hereford. And of course, also the greetings of our county executive, Christian Manz, who was not able, Andreas said it, was not able to accompany us on this visit to Quincy. At this time, we are in the middle of the election campaigns of various city parliaments, the county parliament, and several mayoral positions in our county. Since Mr. Manz is in charge of these campaigns and elections in his positions, he must stay in Hereford until the elections are held on May 25th. He is asking for your understanding and is looking forward to his next meeting with you in Hereford, I hope, and or in Quincy. Ladies and gentlemen, I have the great honor to be the personal representative of our county executive, and Christian Manz, and so to represent the county of Hereford in this sister city exchange. I'm honored to address you, ladies and gentlemen of the City Council, and Mr. Kyle Moore, the Mayor of the City of Quincy, for a few words. The friendship between the county of Hereford and its 9 cities and communities and the City of Quincy has a long and eventful, but especially a good tradition. We still receive requests of our archives. People ask if historians can find out where in the U.S. descendants of some of those immigrants from long ago are living, and especially questions about those living in this beautiful city of Quincy. The immigrants who left Hereford County so long ago in order to build a new future in the U.S., I'm sure, would be happy and proud that from this immigrant movement such a tight bond of friendship and trust has been established between Quincy and Hereford County. Not only the city councils and mayors from Quincy have supported this friendship, but especially the citizens and organizations of Quincy and of Hereford. Thus, this friendship and partnership is successful because of the engagement of individuals, not of government institutions. I'm convinced that this is the key of the success of our friendship. It is my personal goal to continue this path and to encourage more people from the communities in Hereford County to participate in this partnership and friendship. I would like to add a second aspect. There are many things and developments in Quincy and Hereford County from which we can all learn. Each visit and meeting was always closely connected with exchange of actual changes, of new themes, including political ones, which are important for Quincy and Hereford County. Thus, County Executive Christian Manz fondly remembers the friends who visited last year from Quincy, where state institutions, fire department, and also the company Zulu were visited and information exchanged. The impressions of these visits and the getting to know each other make it easier for our communities to look for solutions for the future. I assure you of the warm friendship of the people of Hereford County, our parliament, our county executive, and of course of my own. Our common task is to continue to build a strong foundation for our partnership and friendship. And this meeting, as well as others, will be an important building block for our common task. Now, I please, Mackie, would you come to me? I have some personal words which I would like to translate Frau Mackey. Meine Eindrücke hier in Quincy sind ungewöhnlich tiefgehend.
My impressions here in Quincy are very, very deep.
Als ich zur Dogwood-Parade kam, habe ich mich unglaublich darüber gefreut, mit wie viel offenen Herzen, offenen Armen ich von den Menschen hier aufgenommen wurde.
When I came to watch the Dogwood Parade, I was so very happy to see how many people had opened their hearts and their arms to receive us.
Und ich habe dabei eins gesehen, von dem wir uns in Deutschland ein gutes Beispiel nehmen können. Das ist nämlich, wie Menschen mit Handicaps bei Ihnen integriert sind.
And I've seen one particular aspect where we in Germany can learn a lot from, and that is how people with handicaps are integrated into your society.
Und this, especially this, opens my heart. Und ich bin zutiefst dankbar, dass wir Gelegenheit gehabt haben, Hannibal kennenzulernen mit Mark Twain, dass wir heute Springfield kennengelernt haben mit dem großartigen Präsidenten Lincoln, Abraham Lincoln, großartig, kann ich nur sagen.
And I'm deeply grateful that we had the chance to also go visit Hannibal with Mark Twain, and we had the chance today to go to Springfield and visit your great president, Abraham Lincoln.
This is a very good example how you are able to make clear what democracy means. And that impresses me very, very deep. Eine letzte Geschichte zum Schluss.
The last little point I want to make at the end.
Ich war etwa 16 Jahre alt, als mein Großvater mir eine Geschichte über Amerika erzählte.
I was about 16 years old when my grandfather told me a story about America.
In den Tagen nach Ende des Zweiten Weltkrieges war er in Berlin.
He was in Berlin in the days right after the Second World War.
Und er hat beobachtet, wie unsere amerikanischen Freunde uns damals während der Blockade mit ihren Flugzeugen geholfen haben.
And he viewed and experienced how our American friends at that time helped us during the blockade days with their airplanes.
Und es war ihm ein großes Bedürfnis, mir klarzumachen, wie wichtig es ist, diesen Freunden für immer zur Seite zu stehen.
And it was very important to him to make very clear to me how important it is to always be on the side of those friends.
And especially after September 9/11. So wie ich bin ganz froh, hier in Amerika zu sein. It's the first time being here in America, and I'm sure I come back because I have the feeling you are my friends. Thank you.
Okay. I have some gifts here. We have some homemade chocolate from Bittersweet Confections here in Quincy. It's for you. Here you go. And left too early. This is for. Okay. Can't leave that soon. We're not done with you. Here you go. This is for you. Thank you for all of your years of service. Very much appreciative. And I will say two things. When we're breaking bread for Thanksgiving here in America, remember that the German-American Friendship Society is celebrating Thanksgiving over in Hereford as a celebration of our friendship. So I thought about you on Thanksgiving Day and what you had to eat. And I will say that, if you can send my warm regards to Christian Mons, our conversations, he doesn't speak a lot of English, and I am regretting my Spanish classes because I speak no German. So our conversations were really short, but I can tell you he is an example of great leadership, not just at the municipal level, but something that any elected official could model themselves after. And I have never met a nicer individual, and he's got such a warm and lovely family. And so send my regards not only to him, but his wife and his lovely twin daughters. Okay, thank you. Okay, now we have some... Yes. Okay.
Okay, First of all, dear Mayor, I have a little present from Bruno. Okay. You know Bruno Wellman? Yes. And a special thing from Herford, which shows the big Herford city skyline. And wo sind denn die Briefe? Okay. And so to say, I'm a postman. Here you have a special letter from Christian, okay, and a special letter from Bruno as well. Wonderful. And because we know you have interest perhaps in a little bit beer, we have this one for you. And if you're writing documents, you should take this. It's a specially writer specially for documents for the mayor. All the best to you.
Now, when I went for the opening, we'll call it ceremonies at City Hall, I found out I gave Mayor Wilbrink a special present because he has 44 councilmen and women, and so I gave him a bottle of Excedrin. And so he really liked that. So please tell them thank you for that. Hereford beer was very good when I was there. Really liked it. I stayed right close to the brewery there. So very good. Thank you so much. Very much appreciated.
And we have, of course, for you all, a little present. So I hope you remember this evening. Remember our friendship to Quincy. And we are very happy to see you one day in Hereford. You are invited.
Thank you. Good to see you. Oh, yeah, you guys have a seat because we'll have the kids come up. Okay. If we can have the students from Germany start coming up real quick. Oh, please. We're going to have to go this way. So,
Can I have this in my hand?
yes, you can.
It's better than that.
Of course you can.
Okay.
Well, you're like me.
Yeah, that's right. Absolutely, that's right.
I feel like a karaoke singer. So, what we'll have them do is say their name and then who they're staying with and if their people are here.
At first.
At first. Okay. So do you? Oh, I need to get.
I'll tell them beforehand.
Okay. Okay. Because I need to get that. Yep. I'll bring that over here so I can give them. Okay, we also have a number of students from Germany visiting, and to say a few words about that, we'll get to started. We have some gifts, and if you could state your name, what city you're from, because I've probably been to it, so I'm going to call it, and then if your families are here, what families you're staying with.
Okay, so I hand over the microphone, I go along and then ask people who they are. I start with my students, boys.
So my name is Henrik Runke. I am from the city of Spenge, close to Herford, and I'm staying with the family of the Friedens.
I'm Fabian Kunze. I'm living in Spenge too, and I'm living with the family Dickerman.
I'm Jens Niedermeyer, and I'm staying with a family from Eckers, and I'm living in Enger.
My name is Leonard Busch. I'm living in Enger, near to Herford, and I'm staying with the Johnson family.
I'm Leon Schmidtke, and I'm living in Enger even too, and I'm staying at the Kennedys.
I'm Jan Kreft, and I live in Enger too, and I'm staying with the Widdies.
I am Noel Mester.
I also come from Enger, and I'm staying with the Sänger family.
I'm Lisa Marie Bednatz. I'm also from Enger, and I'm staying with the Kois.
I'm Svenja Windmann. I'm also from Enger, and I'm staying with Sailor Gangbacher.
I'm Charlotte Arndt, and I'm staying with Sarah Williams, and I'm also from Enger.
I'm Leona Klüter, and I'm staying with the family Clark, and I'm also from Enger.
My name is Leonie Atzler, and I'm from St. Anne, and I'm staying with the family McCleary.
I'm Lara Waldeier. I'm from Enger too, and I'm staying with Sarah Williams.
I'm Madeline Lighting, and I'm from Enger too, and I'm staying with the Dolmans.
My name is Theresa Thiemann. I come from Enger, and I'm staying with the family Krohn.
I'm Sarah Puller. I'm from Spenge, and I'm staying with Haley Friday.
I'm Greta Brosig. I'm from Spenge too, and I'm staying with the Schottenkirk family.
I'm Antonia Dreiling. I'm from Enger too, and I'm staying with the Cafoons.
There is another big boy.
I'm Ms. Gator-Smith's colleague. I'm staying with the Irvins this year. Thank you very much for that. I'm having a fantastic time. Right, it's my third time in Quincy now. It's always fantastic.
So, perhaps you know me already. My name is Annette Gator-Smith. I actually live in Bunda, and this is my 5th time to Quincy. I'm not a political animal, and therefore I will not make a long speech. No, don't clap. Okay, but although I have been here several times already, and I dare say I will be a little bit repetitive, I must pay you a lot of compliments, and one cannot be repetitive enough. So therefore, first of all, I would like to thank the mayor, Kyle. Lovely to see you again, and the council members. Thank you very much for paying us so much attention, and also giving us and showing us your respect. We feel very, very honored by that. I must say that this stay, we are leaving tomorrow morning, has been another brilliant experience for all of us. We have experienced a most wonderful hospitality and generosity, and I can tell you all my students are really on cloud 9 for all the experiences that they have had so much. I would like to thank very much the Sister City organization for subsidizing our stay here, and we will try equally to make up to all your generosity that you have shown here when your dear students from QND will come to Germany. I would also like to thank you indeed very much, the parents. They have done so much for my students. They have worked relentlessly for their well-being and shown them lots of things. And last but not least, I would like to thank my colleague Erin Law, who is a new teacher following in very big footsteps, who has prepared a most wonderful program for us, and we have seen very interesting things. And the very, very last thing that I have to say, perhaps you realized what I said at the beginning. Everybody said where they came from and where they stayed. And I would like to thank Herr Fred Bloss very much for having us again. It is like coming home to a family, and therefore I'm staying with Fred Bloss.
We do have one more thing, but before we let you guys go, I want to make sure we invite everybody next year the City of Quincy will be celebrating 175 years of our charter, and I know as part of that celebration we will be highlighting our German heritage, and so I will try to keep Andres updated on what we're doing, and if you all can make it over here, we'd love to have you. So I do have a present for each one of you, and I thank you for your visiting in your time here in Quincy.
Thank you very much.
Okay. One last thing. Do you want to present this? Okay. Okay, we have a very special individual here, Blake Johnson, who has been selected the recipient of the Quincy Sister City Scholarship in recognition of his abilities and desire to study German at the University of Missouri in the city of Columbia. And we awarded this 5th day of May 2014, signed by me. So congratulations. Yes, yes. There you go. Do you want to go maybe say a few words about what you're studying or what you hope to use it for?
I would just like to thank the Sister City Commission for giving me the opportunity to continue my studies of German at the University of Columbia, and I thank you guys very deeply.
And I would just like to say thank you to everybody here in the City Council for your continued support of our program, and thank you, Mayor Moore, for your continued support as well. And I can't think of a more deserving student for this scholarship than Blake. He's wonderful. So congratulations.
Okay, thank you. Yes, yes. Before we begin our City Council meeting, we will start with the Pledge of Allegiance. And since it's a new fiscal year for us, we'll start with Alderman Virgil Gale. With no other business before the meeting, clerk, please call the roll.
Alderman Gale. Mann. Here. Dusterhouse.
Here.
Bauer.
Here.
Holbrook.
Here.
Havermill.
Here.
Farha.
Here.
Sasson.
Here.
Rhine.
Here.
Lepper.
Here.
Mussolino.
Here.
Brink.
Here.
Heineke. Holschlag.
Here.
14 present. Nope. All right, first petition by the Air Evac Life Team requesting permission to have a helicopter land at the Crossing South parking lot on May 8th from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. and 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. for Transportation Day at the Crossing School. The Quincy Fire Department will be handling securing the landing zone during landing and takeoff.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, Alderman.
I move the prior petition be granted. Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor? Opposed? So ordered.
By Air Evac Life Team requesting permission to have the helicopter land at the Quincy Mall South parking lot behind TJI Fridays on May 18th from 12 noon to 5 p.m. for EMS days. The Quincy Fire Department will be handling securing the landing zone during the landing and takeoff.
Mr. Chairman.
Yes, Alderman.
I move the prayer petition be granted. Proper authorities notified. Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So ordered.
By St. Dominic School requesting permission to conduct a raffle and have the bond requirement waived from May 12th to June 21st. City Clerk recommends approval of the permit.
Mr. Chairman.
Yes, Alderman
I move
Havermill.
the prayer petition be granted. Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So ordered.
We do not have anybody for public forum.
Okay.
Somebody want to
Mr.
receive
Chairman.
and file?
I move we receive and file the proclamation.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So ordered.
First resolution, a resolution authorizing the execution of a law enforcement mutual aid agreement and the existence and formation of the Illinois Law Enforcement Alarm System by intergovernmental cooperation.
Your Honor,
Yes, Alderman.
I would move to adopt the resolution.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Are there any questions? Hearing none, clerk, please call the roll.
Alderman Gale.
Aye.
Mann.
Aye.
Dusterhouse.
Aye.
Bauer.
Aye.
Holbrook.
Aye.
Havermill.
Aye.
Farha.
Aye.
Sasson.
Aye.
Rhine.
Aye.
Lepper.
Aye.
Mussolino.
Aye.
Brink.
Aye.
Heineke.
Aye.
Holschlag.
Aye.
14 ayes.
The resolution is adopted.
Chief of Police, Police Automatic Committee, and Interim Purchasing Director recommending approval of the Quincy Police Department to remain an active participant to the West Central Illinois Criminal Justice Council for the annual fee of $5,625.
Your Honor,
Yes, Alderman Ryan.
I'd move to adopt the resolution.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Are there any questions? Hearing none, clerk, please call the roll.
Alderman Gale.
Aye.
Mann.
Aye.
Dusterhouse.
Aye.
Bauer.
Aye.
Holbrook.
Aye.
Havermill.
Aye.
Farha.
Aye.
Sasson.
Aye.
Rhine.
Aye.
Lepper.
Aye.
Mussolino.
Aye.
Brink.
Aye.
Heineke.
Aye.
Holschlag.
Aye.
14 ayes.
So ordered.
Chief of Police, Police Automatic Committee, and the Interim Purchasing Director recommending approval for the renewal agreement to the Passa Park Incorporated for the additional year in the amount of $5,550 for firearms training.
Your Honor,
Yes, Alderman.
I move to adopt the resolution.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Are there any questions? Hearing none, clerk, please call the roll.
Alderman Gale.
Aye.
Mann.
Aye.
Dusterhouse.
Aye.
Bauer.
Aye.
Holbrook.
Aye.
Havermill.
Aye.
Farha.
Aye.
Sasson.
Aye.
Rhine.
Aye.
Lepper.
Aye.
Mussolino.
Aye.
Brink.
Aye.
Heineke.
Aye.
Holschlag.
Aye.
14 ayes.
The resolution is adopted.
Utilities and Engineering Directors and Utilities Committee recommending approval of the low quote from Hare Construction of Peoria, Illinois in the amount of $101,836.50 for construction of cured in place pipeliners at various locations in the city.
Your Honor,
Yes, Alderman.
I move for adoption of the resolution.
Second. We have a motion and a second. Are there any questions? Hearing.
Chairman.
Yes, Alderman.
Jeff, I have
Utilities Director, Jeff, and Engineering Director, Jeffrey Conte.
Is there any value, is there a way we could get a breakdown of where this is going or what?
The last page of the Alderman packet, I wrote a memo explaining the two projects that are up for consideration tonight. The first, actually I have them backwards. One was for Reese Construction, which is actually the next resolution. The contract that is being discussed right now is actually 3 locations throughout the city of Quincy. One is under the Q&D athletic field, another one is on South 21st Street, and the third one is on South 30th Street. Each one of those projects is about a third of the total project cost. The breakout is shown.
Yeah, I found it at the
okay.
end. I'm sorry. I didn't know it was at the end. Okay.
And just for Alderman clarification, the project is actually was bid as a unit price contract, so the different areas are independent of each other.
They have nothing to do.
They have nothing to do with each other. It's just you get a better price by lumping several linings together because the contractors have to come from far away to do the work.
Is this a new, and it could be in your material, and if I apologize if it is, but is this a new method that we're trying? Is this something we've done?
No, we have done it a couple of times in City of Quincy. Well,
But
I
it's
think
relatively new.
well,
compared to-
it's actually been used for, I would say, at least 15 years.
I mean, to us.
I think we've done it once or twice in other places, and
Okay.
it's
All right.
yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Thank you. I just wanted to clarify.
Alderman Ryan.
Jeff, I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
Is this approving all those projects?
Well, you
The-
can approve the contract and direct me to eliminate part of it if you so desire. I would like to do the contract because the South 21st Street especially.
Well,
is
I'm
in
just
the-
concerned about the one that we haven't even seen the legal document for in terms of construction over the easement, and I just wouldn't want to approve that without having all of the material.
Well, I can tell you, Mike, like I said, I'd like to get the contract awarded. If
Okay.
you direct me to eliminate portion of the contract, then I will do that. So you can approve the resolution. Like I said, it's a unit price contract. It's not a lump sum. So all you're really doing would be awarding the contract to Hare Construction. And I can go back to Hare and say, you're going to line these two areas, not the whole project.
Can we just put the other one on hold until we get the final document?
That's up to you.
Yeah.
Alderman Havermill.
Jeff, you said that was, and I know they're independent of each other, but if we remove one out, isn't that a little bit unfair to the bidder?
Well,
because they bid it as a.
it is unfair, and it's not necessarily, since we haven't actually awarded the contract, I would go to the contractor and tell him what the plans were and say, listen, this is a story, you can have either these two parts at the same unit price, or I can rebid it.
Okay, yeah, I mean, that would be
and
my.
he's not going to turn it down because he doesn't want to rebid it and lose the contract.
Yeah, I understand that, but I mean, I would think after bidding the project, we put it out a certain way. I would kind of think we're not necessarily obligated, but if I bid it, I would be a little upset.
Well, and the contract does have a clause that usually says, this contract has a clause that says plus or minus 25% at no unit, you have to hold your unit prices for plus or minus 25%.
Yeah, but they could raise it by 25% if we took a portion out if they wanted to.
Well, no, if we go over the 25%, they have the right to ask for a change in unit price, is what it is.
And we are going out of.
We're going over the 25%, so they could technically, but we could just say no.
Right.
Again, you either take the contract as it's being offered to you, or we rebid it.
Okay, well, I just want to make sure we all think about all the ramifications, so thank you.
Alderwoman Lepper.
Yes. Can you kind of just explain, I know some of us know bits and pieces, but the public might not. This lining is supposed to, these pipes are now supposed to last another 50 years, is that correct?
Yes. This is a structural lining. Not only does it seal off any leakage, repair any cracks, but it's actually a replacement. It's a pipe inside of a pipe. It's something that we'll be doing more of. As the price comes down, it's actually getting cheaper to do lining where it's possible than to dig it up and replace it. So this is the preferred way. The reason this is coming up now is because Q&D did, of course, approach us and say that they were going to build this field, and I thought that this would be a good idea as insurance policy. It's a public sewer. This does not benefit Q&D in any way. I mean, they don't really care whether we line it or not. This is to protect us because it is a very deep sewer. It's almost 30 foot deep, and it was built in a dump. If we have to go in and repair it, it's going to be a very expensive project, very expensive because of the nature of the construction. We have to dig basically a giant hole, 60 foot wide. It's an insurance policy to prevent that. Does it have to be done? No, it doesn't have to be done. Is it the worst sewer in town? It's not the worst sewer in town, but it's never going to be cheaper to line it than it is before they build that athletic field. And that's why I put it here before you. Again, this is a decision I'm recommending as insurance policy, but it does not have to be done. There's not any pressing need right now.
Alderman.
Jeff, is there a possibility that some of the equipment used to place that field, is there a possibility that it could damage the sewer being as it's 30 feet down? Are they going to be using heavy enough equipment to collapse the sewer?
At 30 feet deep, you would think that it shouldn't have an effect. However, due to the fact that the soil is very poorly consolidated, which there's lots of voids in there, there was metal dumped in there, which by now is probably rusted, and so there'd be voids. It's possible, and that's why I actually wanted to get it done before they built the field, is to prevent that. A standard easement, in which we found out we didn't have an easement, but a standard easement for a sewer main says that the owner can't build any permanent structures over top of it, but they are allowed to build just about anything else. Parking lots, fences, plant trees whatsoever. We restrict them from building anything that we'd have to remove to get to the sewer. So again, my fear is that because the soil is so poor, because we don't know everything that's been dumped in there, that it's possible that they could damage it while they built the field. And that will be on us because it's a public sewer.
Alderman Ryan?
So there is no current easement, but you're going to get an easement.
Yes, they've
And the
agreed.
easement is going to restrict or not restrict the construction of.
They still wouldn't be able to build any permanent structures over it. It would be our standard easement that we would provide to anyone else. It says you cannot construct any permanent buildings over top of it.
If they do, then it's their cost.
That's right.
To restore that.
Right. Well, the question is, and I think that the interpretation is that an athletic field wouldn't be considered a permanent structure because it can be rolled back to give us access to repair it. So
we don't have any additional cost other than just digging a hole and fixing it.
Right.
We don't have to pay to put the football field
Well,
back.
we did have a meeting with QD. What they asked for is, and again, this is what the negotiation they were saying, what they were offering us, they would like us to pay for an equivalent cost of repairing a paved surface, which adds a few dollars per square, $7 or $8 per square foot to the repair, which is not an unreasonable request. But that was their offer to us, is that they would roll back the field. They'd pay for anything up over and above what a pavement replacement would be for this type of project.
And that's the language that is supposed to be in this easement agreement?
That's what has been requested. I don't think easement has not been prepared yet. The two issues are separate. I mean, it is our line. We do have an implied easement. We would like to get it codified. We'd like to get it so that if they ever do build a building over it, we have something to go back on.
Alderman Havermill.
Jeff, one last question from me. Basically, you're saying this is insurance policy to future-proof us against some cost in the future, or potential
future costs.
Are we doing anything special here that we wouldn't do for somebody else in this situation? I don't think we are. But
I don't think so. I think I would do this for anyone who's
that came
in this
to you.
position. That's right.
Okay. So that's really, I mean, we've all been kind of beating around the bush a little bit, and I think that's probably the question a lot of us want to ask.
Really, you got to keep Q&D does not benefit.
Yeah, exactly, and I think it's important that we just ask that question in the most direct way, and I appreciate your answer.
Alderman Mussolino.
Jeff, I just have one other question. I may have missed it in the reading. Is there a guarantee on the life of the liner?
Jim, I'd have to go back and look. A standard warranty is a year, but it's a fiberglass pipe essentially inside. I would expect the life to be 50 years at least. I don't think any manufacturer is going to guarantee that it's going to last 50 years, though.
Are there any additional questions?
Yeah.
Alderman Brink.
Just one quick comment. Jeff, the city will benefit now because we will have a permanent easement going forward where we didn't have one in the past. A recorded easement.
Yes, but again, the two issues are separate. The easement and the lining are totally separate.
Any additional questions? Hearing none, clerk, please call the roll.
Alderman Gale.
Aye.
Mann.
Aye.
Dusterhouse.
Aye.
Bauer.
Aye.
Holbrook.
Aye.
Havermill.
Aye.
Farha.
Aye.
Sassen.
Aye.
Rhine.
Aye.
Lepper.
Aye.
Mussolino.
Aye.
Brink.
Aye.
Heineke.
Aye.
Polschlag.
Aye.
14 ayes.
The resolution is adopted.
Utilities and Engineering Directors and Utilities Committee recommending approval of the low quote of reconstruction in the amount of $430,486.50 for removal and replacement of a failed sanitary sewer located at College Avenue between 20th and 23rd Streets.
Your Honor.
Yes, Alderman.
Move for adoption of the resolution.
We have a motion and a second. Are there any questions? Hearing none, clerk, please call the roll.
Alderman Gale. Mann.
Aye.
Dusterhouse.
Aye.
Bauer.
Aye.
Holbrook.
Aye.
Havermill.
Aye.
Farha.
Aye.
Sassen.
Aye.
Rhine.
Aye.
Lepper.
Aye.
Mussolino.
Aye.
Brink.
Aye.
Heineke.
Aye.
Polschlag.
Aye.
14 ayes.
The resolution is adopted.
Resolution to appoint authorized agent for the Illinois Municipal Retirement Fund, Sherry Ray Comptroller.
Mr. Chairman.
Yes, Alderman.
I move for the adoption of the resolution.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Are there any questions? Hearing none, clerk, please call the roll.
Alderman Gale.
Aye.
Mann.
Aye.
Dusterhouse.
Aye.
Bauer.
Aye.
Holbrook.
Aye.
Havermill.
Aye.
Farha.
Aye.
Sassen.
Aye.
Ryan.
Aye.
Lepper.
Aye.
Mussolino.
Aye.
Brink.
Aye.
Heineke.
Aye.
Holschlag.
Aye.
14 ayes.
So ordered.
First presentation of an ordinance granting to Adams Telecom, its successors and assigns a non-exclusive franchise to construct, operate, and maintain a cable system in Quincy.
Move that be read a first time by title only.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Clerk will now read the ordinance first time by title only.
An ordinance granting to Adams Telecom Incorporated its successors and assigns a non-exclusive franchise to construct, operate, and maintain a cable system in the city of Quincy, Illinois. Here ends the first reading by title only. Next, first presentation of an ordinance amending Chapter 18, alcoholic liquor dealers, allowing sale of liquor at the airport restaurant.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, Alderman.
I move that be read by title only.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Clerk will now read the ordinance first time by title only.
An ordinance amending Chapter 18, alcoholic liquor dealers of the Municipal Code of the City of Quincy of 1980. Here ends the first reading by title only. I have the Finance Committee report. Transfers is a minus $33,100. Expenditures is a minus $234,198.91. And payroll is $670,179.51. Farhall, Holschlag, Dusterhouse, Sassen, Havermill, Finance Committee.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, Alderman Farha.
I move the report be received and vouchers issued for the various amounts.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor? Clerk, please call the roll.
Alderman Gale.
Aye.
Mann.
Aye.
Dusterhouse.
Aye.
Bauer.
Aye.
Holschlag.
Holbrook.
I'm sorry, Holbrook.
Aye.
Havermill.
Aye.
Farha.
Aye.
Sassen.
Aye.
Ryan.
Aye.
Lepper.
Aye.
Mussolino.
Aye.
Brink.
Aye.
Heineke.
Aye.
Holschlag.
Aye.
14 ayes.
So ordered. Any new business, Madam Clerk?
No, sir.
Okay. Alderman Gale, any new business?
No new business, Your Honor.
And thank you for the food tonight. Everything was very good. Alderwoman Mann?
No, sir.
Alderman Dusterhouse?
No new business, Your Honor.
Alderman Bauer?
No, sir.
Alderman Holbrook?
None, Your Honor.
Alderman Havermill?
No, Mr. Chairman, thank you.
Okay. I just want to say thank you to everyone who made all the Dogwood festivities happen. I think it was a great weekend. Mother Nature certainly cooperated with us, and we had a great parade and great block parties, so thanks for everyone who made it out. Just a side note, in case we don't get to it, when we break into executive session, we will not be taking any business up after we come back, so you don't need to hang around. It's just an important informational executive session for the reporters in the room. Alderman Farha.
Just again, thank you to our visitors from Hereford for the gifts and the relationship and what we continue to do and build in the future. Thank you, gentlemen and ladies.
Alderman Sassen.
No, sir.
Alderman Ryan.
Nothing additional.
Alderwoman Lepper.
No, thank you, Your Honor.
Alderman Mussolino.
I just wanted to echo what you had said, and thank you, Virgil, and all your volunteers tonight. The dinner was fantastic. And just really grateful. It was a nice dinner.
Yes. Alderman Brink.
No, thank you.
Alderwoman Heineke.
No, sir.
Alderman Holschlag.
No new business.
Move we adjourn to executive session pursuant to 5 ILCS 120/2C2 on the collective negotiating matters.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Clerk, please call the roll. And answer by saying aye
Or present.
or present.
Okay.
Oh, it's aye.